अपन बोला तू मेरे लिए ला, वो बोली फेंकता है साला. हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम बैक टू अवर चैनल. सभी भाइयों बहनों को स्वागत है. एल्लावर्कुम स्वागतम. सारियानु सत श्री अकाल. This video is all about how I become a Canadian citizen and the pathways to obtain a Canadian citizenship. Many of you might already know about this. That's why this video is only intended for those who are looking to immigrate to Canada and want some initial start to begin the journey. I always had a dream of having a powerful passport like this one, so that I can travel anywhere in the world without any prior visas. You all might know, applying for visas is really pain in the butt. You need to show a valid reason for visiting, either as a tourist or business or work. You need to show your financial information. You need to provide so many documents and proofs just to show that your visit to that particular country is legit. But with having such a powerful passport, you can enter most of the countries for at least 30 days on arrival or with no visa at all. No pain of showing any documents and proofs whatsoever. But the first question is, why Canada? Before going further, I'd like to mention one important thing. This video is not a paid promotion from any immigration lawyer or consultant. This is solely based on my research and my experience in Canada. Also, I have added all the reference links in the description box below. There is a lot of effort behind making our videos to help you guys understand things in a very simple way possible. So if you want us to make more such videos in the future, then please do consider subscribing to our channel so that you will get updated first whenever we post a new video. Okay, back to our topic. Why Canada? Well, there are multiple reasons why I chose Canada over other countries. It's not like I just woke up one day and decided that yes, I want to go to Canada. There are a lot of thinking and planning involved beforehand. Unfortunately, at our time, before I came to Canada in 2014, we never had such videos that explained how actually Canada is from inside. There were a couple of articles here and there, but that was not enough. Like, what are the Canadian rules and regulations? How is the Canadian culture? Many things I learned when I landed in Canada. For example, the transit system, the financial system, work, and so on. Luckily, my relatives were also there to support me as well. Out of all things, I had a very hard time struggling to understand the Canadian financial system, like maintaining the credit score and all. I'm not sure if you are aware of it, but if you'd like, I can make another video of that as well. Let me know in the comment section below on what all topics you would like to know more about Canada. And if you are new to our channel, then I just wanted to let you know that we are here to help you in whatever questions you have on your immigration to Canada for free. If you see Henley Global Passport Ranking of all the countries, Canada ranks 7th in all over the world. So based on the ranking, if you are a Canadian citizen, you can enter 185 countries without any visas. Some countries there are visa on arrival. And also there was a stay back option after studies, which most of the countries have now. And the most important thing I love about Canada is that it's such a diversified country. There are people from all over the world living together in peace and harmony. Of course, there might be some exceptions which I see in the news, but it's a very rare occasions. Although you will have some foreign accent or your English might not be that proper, but people in Canada still understands you or at least try to understand you. Eventually, everyone here in Canada is an immigrant, one way or the other. Also, I never faced any sort of racism throughout my entire stay in Canada. Neither at my work, college, restaurant, gym, anywhere. No racism whatsoever. Another main reason I chose Canada is that my lovely relatives are here in Canada who are always there to support me. For all these reasons, I decided Canada will be my best place to live a healthy life. So the next question is, what was my pathway of becoming a Canadian citizen? To answer this question, I need to take some time to explain in brief what all pathways are available to become a Canadian citizen. So to become a Canadian citizen, first you need to be a permanent resident of Canada. In short, it's called PR. If you get a PR, then all you need to do is stay in Canada for at least 3 years. If you come to Canada as a student, then you need to stay in Canada for 2 years after getting the PR in order to get eligible for Canadian citizenship. Because your entire stay in Canada as a student or work permit will be considered as 1 year. So the total will be 3 years. So there are 3 rather popular ways to get a permanent residency in Canada. Family sponsorship, express entry, and business investor program. Under Express Entry, there are three programs: Federal Skilled Worker, Federal Skilled Trades, and Canadian Experience Class. You can come to Canada as a student or work under special permits called Study and Work Permits, which is a temporary residence in Canada. There is also a Provincial Nominee Program, PNP, which each province and territory has its own immigration program that targets certain groups and requirements. Well, if you consider my case, I was born and brought up from Mumbai, India. Yes, I do talk in Mumbai Hindi. Apun bola tu mere leila wo boli fenkta hai sala. Okay, that's it. So I completed my engineering from Don Bosco Institute of Technology, Mumbai. After that, I worked for 3 years in India as a systems engineer. Then I came to Canada as a student under study permit. After that, I received a work permit for 3 years. I worked for some IT companies, and that I got eligible for Canadian Experience Class, CEC. So at that time, my points was 483 and the cutoff was 461. So I got an invitation to apply for PR, and then I finally got my PR. So after 2 years, I was eligible to apply for Canadian citizenship. And then later on, after one and a half years, I got my Canadian citizenship certificate and my Canadian passport. Yay! So this is how I ended up getting my Canadian citizen. Your pathways might be different. Some people come to Canada directly from the work permit, like transfer from a multinational company. Some marry a Canadian citizen and get sponsored. Some comes through their family-owned business. There are some pros and cons to every pathways, which I will explain in a bit. Now I'm going to explain each topic in brief so that you understand the immigration process in bit more detail. If you are interested in a particular topic, then you can skip and jump to that topic. I've created a breakpoints of this video. If you would like to know more about any topics in more detail, then please do comment below. Also, if you think this video has helped you in any way, or you think it might be helpful to any of your family or friends, then please do consider sharing this video, because this might help someone who is planning to immigrate to Canada. Family sponsorship. The simplest way to come to Canada is through family sponsorship. If you are a permanent resident or a Canadian citizen, then you can sponsor your spouse, common law or conjugal partners, dependent children, that involves adopted children, parents, grandparents, and other relatives. Wait, what did I say? Did I say other relatives? You bet I did. You can sponsor your eligible relative as well, provided you don't have anyone in Canada to support you. Also, you are not required to prove your English proficiency. That means no IELTS or self-pip exam. The only cons on this one is sometimes the processing will take much longer than usual times, especially during the pandemic. Sponsoring to a spouse or common law partner is simple. Just do watch our video on how I sponsored my wife. Link is given in the description box below, and it should also come on the top. We have explained in details on how to fill the forms and all the documents required for sponsoring your spouse. We received a lot of complaints about not talking in English. We used Malayalam language in between just because all our marriage customs, traditions and procedures were done in Kerala. However, we do have added full subtitles in English. But still, I know it's hard to read and all, so please forgive us. Sponsoring to parents or grandparents does require you to go through a draw process. This means every year Canadian government opens a pool of interest to sponsor your parents and grandparents. If you are lucky and got selected from that pool, then only you can apply to sponsor your parents or grandparents. Express Entry is an online pool system that is used to manage applications for permanent residency. As I mentioned before, there are 3 programs under Express Entry: Federal Skilled Worker, Federal Skilled Trades, and Canadian Experience Class. It is a point-based system, which means you need to get more than the cutoff points mentioned in the draw to get an invitation to apply for permanent residency. Usually the draw happens once every 2 weeks. To understand Express Entry, you need to first know 2 important terms. Canadian Language Benchmark, in short CLB, is basically your English or French language ability in listening, reading, writing and speaking. You need to write either an IELTS or self-pip exam for English and TEF or TEF or TCF exams for French language. Based on your test score, you will get a CLB rating. The second one is National Occupational Classification, NOC. It is a list of all the occupations in the Canadian labour market. It describes each job according to skills type and skill level. As shown in the screen, these are the main job groups for immigration purposes. Skill type 0 is a management related jobs. Skill type A is a professional job. Skill type B is a technical job and a skilled trades. Skill type C is an intermediate jobs. And skill type D is a labor job that usually gives an on-job training. To get eligible for federal skilled worker, you need to have minimum 1 year of experience, like international experience, either on class 0, A or B. Then once you apply in express entry, your CLB and NOC ratings are calculated based on your score, and then you will get a certain points. Once your points get above the cutoff points in the draw, then you will get invitation to apply for PR. Federal Skilled Trade Program. Certain skilled trade jobs get very demanding at times, like chefs, cooks, mechanics, carpenters, butchers or bakers. Then Canada government lowers a draw for that skilled trades and they get invited for PR. However, in this program, you need to meet certain requirements to get eligible. Like the English proficiency is kind of similar to the skilled worker program, but you need to have at least 2 years of full-time work experience in skilled trade within the 5 years before you apply, and that job needs to be a paid work. You need to meet the job requirements for that skilled trade as mentioned in NOC, except if you have a certificate of qualification from Canadian government, which you will get when you study in Canada. The NOC for skilled trade is a bit different than skilled worker. As you can see in the screen, there are few categories in NOC under skilled trades. Major Group 72 has industrial, electrical and construction trades. Major Group 73 has maintenance and equipment operation trades. Major Group 82 has supervisor and technical jobs in natural resources, agriculture and related production. Major Group 92 has processing, manufacturing and utilities supervisor and central control operators. Minor Group 632 has chefs and cooks. Minor Group 633 has butchers and bakers. The draw or the cutoff points are decided based on the demands of these skilled trade workers in Canadian market. Canada welcomes successful business people who are seeking new opportunities and challenges in Canada. They offer services to help immigrants start a business and settle in Canada. Your application to come to Canada under the Startup Business class will be assessed on a pass-fail basis against 3 requirements. So the first requirement is a commitment from a designated entity, which is an angel investor group, venture capital funds and business incubator designated by the minister and eligible to issue a commitments under the Startup Business program. Second requirement is ability in English or in French or both. Third requirement is settlement funds. This is money required to settle in Canada. Basically, you need to have a business with profitable income without any debts and wanting to invest in Canada. So the next question is which pathway you need to follow. So comparing all the pathways that I mentioned, in my opinion, I think getting a work permit and coming to Canada is the safest way to immigrate to Canada. I'm talking especially transfer from a multinational company. Finding a job from outside Canada and getting an LMIA, which is a labor market impact assessment, is also an option, but it's not guaranteed that you will get LMIA. There might be many immigration consultants who might give you high hopes of getting an LMIA in some remote provinces. You might have to pay a hefty amount of money for that. But then still it's not guaranteed because Canada government prefers internal people to get the job first. If nobody is available within Canada, then only they will approve for LMIA. If you are not getting a work permit, then study permit is the second best option in my opinion. However, you will have to pay a tuition fees which will be 3 times more than what Canadians pay. But you can get most of the amount through tax returns. Another disadvantage of this is if you are from a middle class family and cannot afford tuition fees or accommodation, then you might have to struggle a lot in Canada. You need to find a job and work part-time while you are studying. The amount of pressure of study loans and paying further tuition fee will literally break you down, especially if you cannot able to find a part-time job while studying. But the good news is you can easily find a job in most of the places in Canada. You must be ready to do any sort of work, doesn't matter what professional field you came from, but you will develop a lot of confidence in yourself. You have an independent mentality and a responsible person. The third best option in my opinion would be family sponsorship. The only reason because you need to be very lucky to find a right partner in Canada who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident. Some pathways that you choose might not be always right for you, but you don't have to get disappointed. Instead, try to overcome your challenges and always learn from your mistakes and others. As my professor from DPIT used to say, every person has their own story. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope I gave you some insight of Canadian immigration process or learned something new. So if you like this video or helped you in any ways, please don't forget to click the like button. Comment for any questions or praises or even critics. We love to hear how we are doing in our videos. Also, please subscribe to our channel. This will keep you updated on our latest videos and also helps our channel to grow. You guys have a nice day ahead. Take care and stay safe. Bye bye. See you on the next video.
You will be singing O Canada for the very first time as a Canadian citizen. This is now your national anthem. Sing it with pride.
Oh Canada, our native land, true patriot love in all of us command, glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Bravo tout le monde! Congratulations to the new Canadians on behalf of IRCC, and thank you to everyone who contributed to this ceremony. The citizenship ceremony is now closed.